this hair is completely reusable. But spoiler alert, I will be doing this hairstyle again. Hey y'all, it's Jayla, aka JaiChanellie on the internet. Welcome back to my channel and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I spent $300 on this hair, and the only reason I clicked checkout is because the girl said this hair is completely reusable. So if you haven't already seen this video on my channel, I told you all about my first human hair crochet install, the color, the exact hair that I bought, and we talked about whether the hair was reusable. I showed you exactly how I took the hair out of my head and what the pieces were looking like. And in this video, we are actually going to reuse the hair, right? So the only reason I was willing to spend as much money as I did on this hair is because I know I can reuse it. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and wash the old bundles. These are all the bundles that I had on my head. I'm going to wash them, shampoo them, condition them, and then we are going to reinstall this hair in our head in this video, okay? Now, the bundle I'm showing you right now has not been used before. This is a new bundle. Remember, in my last video, I told you I ordered 5 bundles of hair, and I only ended up installing 4 bundles in the last video. In this video, we're only going to install 3 bundles because I do not want my hair to be super thick. So that is what I'm showing you right now. We're going to clean them, let them dry. I'm going to set all my hair out, and then we can go ahead and get into the install. By the way, I did bleach the hair myself, so all the hair came in that natural 1B color. If you're interested in ordering it, again, I'll leave all the information in the description box, as well as a discount code that you can use to get some money off. So this is my braid pattern for my no leave out method. Now my edges are out just because they have been breaking off, and I'm trying not to put as much tension on them. But I got this inspo for this braid pattern from Sharon Renee, who does a lot of crochet hairstyles. So I figured this will be a good one for me to try. And let's get right into it. I am going to be doing the illusion crochet method. And if you're unfamiliar with that method, you're basically going to crochet the hair onto the outer braids, and then later on in the video we are going to crochet the hair through our inner braids, and that will give us the illusion of the crochet hair coming from our scalp. Again, I'll show you how to do the actual illusion crochet method later on in the video, but right now I'm just installing the hair per usual. Now I want to point out that I'm not doing any double knotting in this video. I'm not doing anything special with this crochet method. I'm literally taking my crochet hook, I'm putting the hair on, closing the latch, I'm going to pull it through, and then I'm taking both ends of the hair and I'm pulling it through that loop. Okay, very important. I'm showing you that I'm pulling both ends through because that is the way you make sure your hair is reusable. Once you start doing different types of knots, that's when it starts to get really hard to take this hair out and reuse it. Okay, so you have to do this method if you are interested in reusing this hair, and again, just protecting the integrity of the hair. Okay, so I went ahead and I filled up that braid completely. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side so that we are basically done with the top of my head. I wanted to do this section first because I need the most hair up here, because I need to be able to do the illusion method without it looking crazy. Now, it did kind of end up looking crazy, but I went ahead and fixed it off camera. So I'll show you some pictures of what it looked like after I fixed it. But this is what the hair looks like at the top of my head. This is completely done, so I'm going to section this off, and then I'm going to start crocheting hair onto the rest of my head. Again, starting with the front with my hairline, because that's going to be the most visible parts, and then working my way around. Okay, 2 tips I want to give y'all that I felt like were super helpful. Number 1 was the way that you tie your crochet knot. Pull both ends through if you want your hair to be reusable. And number 2, you have to make sure that when you're creating the crochet knot, that you're creating the knot on the string piece. Okay, now we know feather crochet is basically 2 pieces of hair tied together with a string. You have to make sure the knot is created on the string part, otherwise your knot won't be secure. Okay, Your hair will slip out very easily if you tie the knot on the hair part and not the string part. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. But this is pretty straightforward. I'm crocheting the hair in the exact same way all throughout my hair. So I'm going to sit back, relax, and let y'all watch the install. So we're back at the front of my head, and I'm going to show you how I'm doing the illusion crochet method. Now, I definitely would tweak this. I definitely made some mistakes in this area, and I definitely will do it a little bit differently, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm taking one piece of hair, I'm sticking my crochet hook through the inner braid, and I'm going to bring that piece of hair underneath the braid so it basically looks like it's coming out of my scalp. Okay, that is the illusion crochet method. Now here's the mistake I made that I don't want you to make. This string that is in between the pieces of hair can be pretty long. So when I was pulling some of these pieces through, it didn't look like the hair was coming from my scalp. It looked like the string was coming from my scalp. And that is obviously what we don't want. I honestly think that some of these like strings need to be a little shorter so it can look a little bit more believable. Cause y'all see it's looking a little humpy right now. Now I did go in and fix that off camera a little later, but this is what it's giving right now. I went ahead and took my hairline out, and I'm gonna show you how to style the hair before the final look. I just want to note that you do not have to cut your crochet hair, especially if you want to reuse it. But because I colored this hair, the texture and the pattern was a little looser than it was supposed to be. So I'm just cutting it to make sure it's a little bit more even with the rest of the hair. But again, you do not have to cut your hair. I recommend you not cutting it so that it can be more reusable, but it was necessary for this particular install. Y'all, just wanted to show y'all what my hair is looking like now that it is dry. Get into it. This is the no leave out method. Now, as y'all saw, I have my literal hairline out. The hairs are so short up here. They probably shouldn't be in a braid anyway, so that is the only hair that I left. And then I did the illusion crochet method. Now, this one piece of hair keep coming up for some reason, so I do have to play around with it. So once I realized my parting area was looking a little bulky, I did go back in and recrochet some of those pieces through to make it lay a little flatter. I want to show y'all what that looked like after I fixed it. It looks pretty good. And if you want to see my hair in action when I was actually wearing this hairstyle, go ahead and check out my latest vlog because I wore this hairstyle in that vlog and I thought it looked pretty good. So yeah, don't be afraid to fix your illusion crochet method if it's looking a little humpy. This is 3 bundles of hair on my head. Now, I did borrow a couple of pieces from a 4th bundle. That's why, like, I have these super bright pieces. But it's because I realized one of my bundles was actually missing a couple pieces. Every bundle is supposed to have 50 pieces of the crochet hair. And one of my bundles only had 41 pieces. Now, this is a bundle that I'm reusing. So that means I had it installed in my head the last time. So I'm thinking maybe I just, like, threw away a couple pieces and didn't remember. So I ended up borrowing about 10 pieces from the 4th bundle. So really I only used 3 bundles, if that makes any sense. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. I hope this video was helpful for you, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.